Sometimes you have more than one workbook open because you need to copy data from one workbook to another, or sometimes you simply need to view data from different workbooks, different files, at the same time. It's not uncommon also to have 3 or 4 or 5 files open, depending upon your working environment, and you want to be able to switch back and forth between them somewhat coherently too. Now, sometimes the approach is simply to view them all at once. If you have only a few open, I've got 2 open for the moment, why not simply go to the View tab and arrange all? And when you choose this, make sure you uncheck the box for Windows of Active Workbook if you'd like to see different workbooks. Click OK. So that's fast and it's easy. You can change the zoom factor on either side as needed. And if you are copying data, it's not a bad idea to see both of them at the same time. Now, if you have a 3rd file, 4th file, 5th file open, you can imagine how the screen space isn't quite so efficient. When the view is like this, by the way, if you'd like to simply focus on one of these, for example, it's the one on the right maybe, click the button to maximize this, and the other one is in the background. And how do we get back and forth between the two? The standard way, by way of the View menu, is to switch windows. We see the list of those that are open. It's not a bad idea to go here once in a while anyway, just to take stock of how many workbooks you do have open, but this is certainly okay and it works fine. A lot faster and particularly efficient if you have only 2 files open is Control-Tab, back and forth. A nice toggle when you have only 2. When you've got 3 or 4, it still works, but it will take you to the next file, and then back to the current one. If you'd like to create a new workbook, there certainly are command ways to do this, but Control-N is pretty fast. Control-N, new workbook. It'll be called Book 2, Book 3, depending on which other workbooks you might have had open recently. So here's a Book 4. And as I press Control-Tab, we're back to this workbook, Control-Tab again, Control-Tab again. So we can easily zip back and forth between them. If we were to arrange all of them here too, that might make some sense. You might want to reconsider possibly horizontal, vertical. Tiled is the one I prefer. It usually works out best. Click OK. But you can change that as you wish. And in this display here, if you want one of these to be more prominent to get the lion's share of attention, click in that particular workbook and then press Arrange All again, and that one will get the lion's share of attention. Whenever there's an odd number, one will be bigger than the others. So good quick ways to zip around between open workbooks.